Hello, this is Gist Cafe. My name is Donald AK. I'm here to introduce what we do in Gist Cafe. We eat, we drink, and we gist. We talk about politics, we talk about entertainment, we talk about everything that trends in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. In Gist Cafe, there is something to catch your attention. You must find something here that concerns you, from the politics, entertainment, fashion, sports, health, whatever you have. Just come, relax, and just gist with us. We are open for business. Come join us.
Hey, Mr. Donald.
How far now?
I did, bro. How you doing?
I do.
Yeah, this really nice, bro. Nice place, you know. That's good. I did fine, bro. How is everything with you?
Thank God.
Yeah, well done, bro. Wow.
So I'll go. What's it go serve you now?
All right. I need give me board. What are your girl where you employ now?
I see they check the girl.
I thought she has resumed. Now, you tell me say you don't get enough fish barbecue
How you go be now?
and turkey, you know.
Okay.
You know, sir, that turkey they always like now. Just give me one bottle of board. Make I school up and turkey, you know.
Sure.
All right, bro. Wow.
So how you they see this fuel scarcity? I reach your side.
My brother, no be small thing, oh. You know Nigeria now as a country. Any small thing like this, panic don't start. You know.
I don't know where that girl keep open now.
Where the open? My brother. Where the you know? Okay, no worry now. I will do am for it. Make I do am the way. Our normal way of doing it.
Go feel open now.
I go open am. No worry. Yeah. I think don't really so hard. We have help me now.
Okay, go bring open now.
Okay, thanks, bro. Nice one.
So, how the scarcity there for the side?
My brother, the thing just we do. You know, Nigeria as a country now. Whenever something like that happens, just because of what the IMF president said, they told us that we should remove the fuel subsidy. And you know, marketers now, whenever they hear anything like that, panic. It's not that there's no fuel. For me, like what NNPC said, they said the fuel that we have, the storage that we have, the one they have, even the ship laden with petroleum product, can carry us for a long time.
You say they have about 1 billion.
Yes, 1 billion liters of petroleum
in
product
stock.
in stock now. Even some ship are laden outside the Nigeria territorial waters or Nigeria territorial waters. It can carry us for a long time. So
See, I think the major issue that really happened in this scarcity is the fact that the finance minister even came up to agree for the removal of the subsidy.
okay, if the finance minister agreed, that means the APC themselves didn't do their homework very well. It's not even only the issue of subsidy. They even said about the regulation that the various sectors and also the value, we should devalue our naira. And if you look very well, if we do that now, brother, a lot is going to be like increase in goods and commodities and Nigerians, and it's going to bite on the poor men. The reason for the subsidy just for people like the poor people, you know.
This woman is almost like a mouthpiece of the government.
Yeah, she's a mouthpiece of the government. But before, you know, what have happened in this APC government is a lot of them sometimes when people say things, they just say this one says, and they are not in one mind, they are not in one accord. You know, this one says this one says this, they disagree with each other.
That means
you know,
that means there is
because now for her to have come up to say this in this period, and it has caused a lot of panic now, and people are holding product. You know, and it's not the right time. It's not for her to say something like that. And before she would have done that, as a finance minister, she would have at least spoken to the GMD or the MD or the Minister of Petroleum. Since the Minister of Petroleum is even Mr. President himself, so I think that's where the problem comes from.
okay.
Not really, but
It's not like there's fuel.
there's fuel now, but people are hoarding. The government even said yesterday in the news that there's fuel everywhere, but you know, Nigeria marketers, we always want to hoard product now. Just because they want to increase price and cause artificial scarcity. So what's really happening is artificial scarcity. Although Nupeng said they will be moving from one filling station to the other, to check where they carry out deep test now, find out that if you have fuel and you are holding.
let's quickly jump from the scarcity now. Let's
Okay.
just go to this government directly.
Okay.
You know, let me ask you.
Okay.
Do you think it would have been better? The masses would have preferred Atiku to have won this election.
If the masses would have preferred Atiku, and the result of the election says is Mr. President that is re-elected, so what do we do? Then the other party should go to tribunal now. APC accused Atiku that he's trying to incite the world leaders or the international organization, you know, to ensure that what happened in Venezuela plays out in Nigeria.
And they also said he's not a Nigerian.
Don't you think it's funny?
It's funny. It's even laughable. Yes, all those are just politics. For somebody who has been a controller, well, like various analogy I saw from different people, I even read about his origin, how he came in and stuff like that. They said the place he came from was formerly Cameroon, but the British decided to, they had a referendum and they decided to be in Nigeria.
Okay.
And like they said, it's by birth, but not like naturalization.
But what I'm asking now is.
But that is even a disgrace to for them to say that, you know, somebody
What I'm
who
saying,
has
why
been
are they even saying
somebody who
it
has been a
now?
controller, somebody who has been a controller,
And they didn't
you know,
raise
of
the
custom. The
when
issue
he
was not
vice.
raised, and now that he even was a vice. Do you know that this man even contested for Guba election in Adamawa State?
Yes.
Yeah, and he won, but because they chose him as
Vice,
the vice, they had to drop, and he has to go for the vice, and somebody else took over. So for them to come up now and say it's not in Nigeria, and the same person they are saying it's not in Nigeria was in your party. So I just think that those are just politics.
And they welcomed him.
And they welcomed him to the party, and they even said it's a big wig, and that is one of the best they had. You know, they were even flying around with his private jet and stuff like that for campaigns, just because it's all politics. You see, in Nigeria today, we play politics in virtually everything. A
Controller
General of
APC people, they're just trying to play Nigerians.
It's what happened is they just take us like a joke, and they don't care what the international organization think about us. You know,
Okay,
for me, they keep disgracing us. They keep disgracing
I am
us.
still on the issue of the APC.
Yeah.
There was let's come to the state level now.
Yeah.
We may still go back to the federal, but let us come back to the state level. You remember there was a press conference that Ambode called.
Okay.
And Ambode accused Sowolu
Yeah.
of being
That
a
is
drug
a
addict
drug- yeah,
and all
drug
that.
addict.
And much later, somebody also accused some handler of the same Sowolu
Yeah.
of drug issues.
Okay.
My brother, I just want to ask you, do you think that there is...
That is not out of
For
truth.
me, there is an out of truth.
For me too, there's an out of truth, but you know, everything is politics. Like I said, in Nigeria, we play politics virtually everything. Even when they see they see the truth, they will see go on. You know, when they see white, they see it's black. You know, that is Nigeria for you. You know, but I don't think that should have been an issue. If the same Ambode too, that he supported him and went to campaign for him. So that is politics. Like they say, like in politics, there's no permanent friend, there's no permanent enemy. So likewise, like this issue of this scarcity that you even raised earlier when I came in, you know, the thing is very laughable. The government said there's no scarcity. NNPC said they have a lot of products. That about 15 ships laden with petroleum products.
They said they have they have
enough
1 billion what liters in stock.
NNPC said that those the quantity of the product that they have in stock can take us for even a long time. So like I said, Nigeria as a whole, you know, it's just politics, the marketers, greed from various people. So it's not an issue of, though the government itself is not playing their role properly. You know, if they are playing their role, they would have curtailed what happened. But it's just ordinary news that's causing this panic, and people are holding product up and down and trying to hike product, and the masses are actually very suffering it. Imagine paying the amount I paid from where I was going to and coming back, you know. So you don't tell an average driver or conductor. He will tell you that do you know how much I buy fuel. So it's Nigeria like this, my brother.
I understand.
One thing we already know, Nigerians are survivors. We will survive anyhow.
Of course, now it's in our blood. We always will survive, whether the leaders are doing well or not.
Welcome
We
to
all
this
survive.
cafe, Jerry. Enjoy
Thanks,
your
bro.
drink.
Thanks, bro. Nice place, bro.
I hope it's spicy enough.
Yeah, no, it's not lovely.
My brother, enjoy, Jerry.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Nice one.